Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome back to the channel. And tonight is a very, very huge night in terms of football and in terms of everything, really, for Chelsea. It is FA Cup final night. It is Chelsea versus Leicester. And once again, I'm joined by my good friend Jake. We haven't got Louis tonight because Louis has decided to ditch us and go to Brighton with Huddersfield women. So best of luck to Huddersfield women as well. But Jake, how are you doing for this evening?
I'm good. I've got a bit of a sore head today, but I'm excited for the game.
Yeah, a couple of bevies, was it, last night?
Yeah, just a few.
Just a few.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So we will get into all the talk tonight, and there will be a lot of focus on both teams because both teams are very good sides. I think I put in the description it's third versus fourth in the Premier League, which shows how fantastic both these two sides are. If you are in the stream, please be sure to let us know your score predictions for this evening's game, and let's have a look at the comments for tonight's game. And if you hear anything in the background of me, it's because there is a cat in the background who's decided to start recording. So there we are. Josh Wilkinson says hi. Oliver says hey. Farhan says yo. We have Fraser going for a 2-1 Chelsea. I could see that. I'd like that. 2-1 Chelsea, says Bailey as well. And come on, you're late, says Jordan. Oh, sorry, Jordan. Sorry. Slightly late. And new setup. Yes, we have changed it up a little bit for today's game. But you know what? We are going to have a look. And we're going to have a look at the teams because I haven't seen them yet. I don't know if you have, Jake. So when we'll be reacting to these teams, it will be a fresh reaction.
I had a little look.
Jake's had a little look, so he maybe knows. Milo, stop meowing. Can you hear him meowing?
Yeah, I can hear him, yeah.
Brilliant. So we'll have a look at these scores. Here we are. The scores. I said the scores. The team set up. Where has it gone? Leeds, Burnley. We need FA Cup, though, don't we? I can't find it. Where is it? FA Cup. There we are. Chelsea versus Leicester. This is what we want. We don't want that Premier League rubbish. Nothing else matters. So we have two teams setting up today, and we have a couple of changes for both sides by the looks of things. So in goal for Chelsea, we have Kepa Arrizabalaga, whatever you want to call him. He's starting in goal for Chelsea. I think he started the other day as well, didn't he? Against Arsenal. So he's managed to keep his spot. Didn't really do too much wrong. It was more Jorginho, wasn't it? But, no complaints there after the performance the other day. Then we have Cesar Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva and Antonio Rudiger as the three at the back, with Reece James and Marcus Alonso in the wing-back positions. Marcus Alonso loves the game at Wembley, though, doesn't he? He really does. And Jorginho and N'Golo Kante in the centre of midfield. Doesn't surprise me there, especially with him subbing Gilmour off so early. I was quite surprised he subbed Gilmour off so early, but there we are. It's one of them things. And Hakim Ziyech, Mason Mount and Timo Werner up front. Jake, looking at that Chelsea team, where do you think the big decisions are there? Because Tuchel in midweek was saying he made a lot of decisions in terms of changing the team that didn't go right for it. What do you think are the big decisions he's made here to try and break mistakes against Arsenal?
Definitely on that left-hand side, you got Zuma's been taken out and Rudiger coming in. I think that's a smart decision, a bit more experience, and he's doing good recently. And then I think Alonso is definitely a bit of a. I'm quite surprised at it. I thought Chilwell would be better. I thought he'd be a bit more suited against Leicester's team. You know, he can deal with the pace. He can deal with Leicester's sharp counter attacks a bit better than Alonso. But Alonso is a big game player, so we'll have to see, won't we?
Yeah, we will. And of course, Ben Chilwell. Don't forget. We signed him from Leicester last year. So a lot would be on the line for Leicester. Maybe that was in the back of Tuchel's mind. It is a big opportunity, well, for both teams and especially Ben Chilwell. And Timo Werner getting back in the team. A little bit harsh on Kai Havertz, I think. I don't think he's done too much wrong in recent games. But the one person I'm not questioning, but looking at and being like, why is he in the team? Hakim Ziyech. Don't get me wrong, he didn't play badly against City last weekend, but did he deserve to be in this team for you, Jake?
No, I think Havertz maybe a bit playing better recently than Ziyech. But yeah, that's a surprise for me as well.
Yeah, me too. I don't know if Pulisic is on the bench. We'll have a look. Yeah, Pulisic, the other player who I would have maybe started over Ziyech, but it's his big opportunity. We know he should step up. He has done for Ajax in recent years, Hakim Ziyech, so hopefully he will do for us today. And we'll move over to Leicester City. I'd potentially say Leicester are the underdogs, despite being higher in position in the Premier League than Chelsea. I'd definitely say they're the underdogs because they maybe don't quite have the experience and the wealth of talent as such that Chelsea do. That I think it's more because of the size of the name of the club, which makes this Leicester side the underdog. But they have Kasper Schmeichel in goal, the ever-reliant Kasper Schmeichel in goal, with Soyuncu, Johnny Evans and Wesley Fofana as the three at the back. Then they have Luke Thomas and Timothy Castagne in the wide areas with Wilfred Ndidi and Youri Tielemans. Youri Tielemans I am a very big fan of, I must say. And then this front three, like Chelsea's front three, I'll be keen to see how they set up, whether it be that Ayuso Perez goes more out wide, Vardy comes off the left, whatever it may be. But they have Ayuso Perez, Jamie Vardy and Kelechi Iheanacho starting up front in this team. And Jake, looking at that Leicester side, we know it's a very strong side. It is third in the Premier League. Who, for you, is screaming out that Chelsea need to be aware of tonight?
It's got to be Iheanacho. He's the most on-form player at the minute. I think definitely you're going to have to watch out for him. And obviously Vardy, they both needed to start. They're both guaranteed to get goals. So it's a good job Chelsea have got quite an experienced defence. Otherwise, Chelsea were going to struggle a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jamie Vardy has that fantastic goals per game ratio. Just looking as well, there's fans at the stadium. How brilliant is that to see? Even if we are looking at Leicester fans right now, it is still brilliant to see these Wembley starting to take shape and starting to have a few more people in it. But Jamie Vardy, like I was saying, does have an incredible record when it comes to scoring against the top six. And Chelsea are allegedly one of the top six. And we'll just have a quick scan through the bench. The big names, which we have already talked about, are Edouard Mendy, Kurt Zouma, Ben Chilwell, Billy Gilmore, Kai Havertz, Christian Pulisic. I could really name that whole Chelsea bench, if I'm brutally honest with you, because that is the depth Chelsea have at this current moment in time. And then as we look at that Leicester City bench, they have Ricardo Pereira, who a lot of people highly rate, James Maddison. So again, there are players that can come off the bench. Mark Albrighton is a very consistent player as well. So there are definitely opportunities for Chelsea to do well and for Leicester to do well. And both teams deserve to be here. You look at the teams that they've beaten to get here on the way. Both teams have beaten a Manchester side themselves. And, it's going to be a very, very even game, in my opinion. And they are the missing players for today. I don't know how I managed to do that. Mateo Kovacic still out injured for Chelsea. James Justin, Harvey Barnes and Under for Leicester City are the three players who are out for Leicester City. And to be honest with you, James Justin and Harvey Barnes, I think, were really starting to get into this Leicester side. Probably done Chelsea a favour, actually, but we will see in a little while whether it's a good thing for Chelsea for them to be missing out. But we'll stop looking at the teams now, and what we'll do is we will have a discussion. I haven't changed the background because we've still got Chelsea versus Arsenal on the background. Brilliant. I will change the background. And Jake, whilst I do that, talk through your score prediction for this evening. I'm
thinking 1-1, and then going into extra time, I think Hudson-Odoi is going to come on and get a late winner. Yeah, that's my prediction. That's
Jake's prediction.
I think the player to watch this game for me is Werner. I think he's gonna have a good game.
Yeah, I think Werner could have a good game. Thankfully, the cat's now quieting down, so he's all just chilling now. So we should be okay for the game. And let's have a look at your score prediction. So Oliver is going with 2-1. Then we have Leicester to win on pens, according to Josh Wilkinson. My man Johnny Evans to score the winning penalty. Oliver says 2-1 makes total sense. Leicester haven't been to a final since '69, and Chelsea are focused on top four. Afternoon, June. Lovely to have you in the stream. Hope you are well. I'm really excited for this big game. Hey, should be a good game. We'll be popping in and out as at the gym. No worries, Erin. No worries. June's got to go 2-1 Leicester. June hates Chelsea. That's all I'm learning from June. She really doesn't like Chelsea. Probably 2-2, then Chelsea winning extra time. The teams are just walking out of the tunnel now on my screen. Me and Jake are going to try and work out where we are in relation to each other on the streams. Louis says, if you haven't already, subscribe to Louis. That is his channel on the screen. View from the crowd. I'll be watching from my hotel room in Brighton, but I'm going 1-0 Chelsea, up the Chelsea. If you wanted to join, Louis, I can send you a link if you wanted to join. Fraser says, I'm saying 2-1. I'm very happy that Johnny Evans is fit. Yeah, I think Evans is a big player for Leicester City, and maybe deserves a little bit more credit for his role. And Poggy Games says, Chelsea FC, we are the best that you will ever see. And I have to say, I have to come up with my score prediction, don't I? Well, my thing is, I've got to be somewhere after this game, so I'm hoping it doesn't go to extra time. So, I think I'm going to go with 2-0 Chelsea. I think I'll go with 2-0 Chelsea. And, Prince William meeting all the players. N'Golo Kante is just such a nice guy. And Christiana Johnson says, lol, Johnny Evans is rubbish. I think he's a bit underrated, I must say, Christiana. But if you are new, smash that subscribe button. And let us know your score prediction as well. So, I don't know what to make of this game for Chelsea, because part of me sat there thinking, we lost in midweek, and maybe that was the best thing that could have happened for Chelsea, because like Tuchel said, he had that sense that something was going to go wrong, and it has now gone wrong, and maybe it'll give them the kick up the backside they need to perform in the final. What do you think, Jake?
Sorry, what's that?
Do you think that the game on Wednesday will have given him a kick up the backside?
Oh yeah, we definitely needed a loss. We needed that kick up the backside to get ourselves back into focus. I think you definitely need a loss just to have a think about where you've gone wrong and where you can improve. And it's probably a good job it happened midweek against Arsenal, where it's not too big of a deal. Like Liverpool are catching up to us, but you don't want it happening in like today, for example. So it's good it happened in the week.
Yeah, no worries. And Josh Wilkinson says, good luck with your stream, Sam. We'll pop back in at half time. No worries, Josh. Should be a fun stream. And if you are new, be sure to stick around. We're going to have a half time game. I do need to get that set up in a little while. I've been kind of confused with the times because it's a 5:15 kickoff, this one. So I was like, I literally got on, me and Jake both literally got on in about 4 minutes before the time we were supposed to go up. So apologies, but we will get it sorted, and it should be a fun halftime game. So there is that to look forward to, and of course, a fantastic game of football. And you get to listen to it from me and Jake. What more could you want? What more could you want? So there we are. I don't know. Do you know how many fans are in the stadium for today's game? Because there seems to be a lot more than I expected.
Yeah, maybe, what was it, 10,000 or 20? Something like that.
Sure. Just looking at that shot of Wembley there before the Chelsea screen came up, massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
The amount of fans in the stadium, it almost looks weird. I remember I was watching one the other week, and I was watching like the highlights. I think it was of a really old Crystal Palace game, and it was like, I was like, it looks weird having all those people in the stands. It just looks strange now, but. It'll take us a while to get used to it again. It has been a year and a bit. It sounded weird at the beginning. It'll sound weird now once we've got everyone back in. So there we are. And Oliver says, Kante only needs to win one trophy. What's he need to win one trophy for? Is it because he's not? Has he won the FA Cup with us? He must have done, surely.
Yeah.
I don't know. What Chelsea back-to-back finals in the FA Cup last year. We all know what happened there. Aubameyang decided to turn up for Arsenal, and we did eventually end up losing. So, all to play for today. Chelsea obviously have that heartache from last year, that heartbreak, if you will. and we are going to be getting underway shortly. And I honestly am worried about this Leicester side, because the more I look at this Leicester side, the more I go, all it takes is one goal, and they can defend very well. That defence is very strong. They've got pace and goals in wide positions, and I don't know. It's just. I think this game is going to be so balanced and so evenly balanced between the two sides, and could be a real masterclass to some degree. And it could be one of the best ones we have seen in a long time. But the players are about to get underway. I don't know if me and Jake are at the same time on our stream, because I'm on beat. Sorry,
I have a feeling you're a bit ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Kante right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at Vardy.
Oh, you're ahead of me then. I've just got onto Vardy. Yeah.
Well, I've got one on my phone which is ahead. My laptop's a bit further behind.
All right, fair enough. The one on Vardy, I'm literally on Vardy now. So.
Okay. Right.
Has Chelsea got their new kit on? Ooh.
Aren't they?
Yeah, they have. They've got their funky kit on.
What do you think of the new kit?
I don't know. I think it'll grow on me. When I first saw it, I wasn't a big fan. But hopefully it'll grow on me, because I need to get myself another one, because I've got this one and everyone just thinks I only wear one top. And that is not the truth. I'm telling you now, that is not the truth. So we are about to get underway here. Just taking the knee for the Black Lives Matter campaign, and then we will be underway with Kelechi Iheanacho to get us underway. And I'm being stared at by a cat right now, so hopefully he doesn't walk across the screen. But we are underway, and Youri Tielemans instantly looks out wide for Luke Thomas. The one thing I will ask you, Jake, is this Leicester City side, a lot of their joy and a lot of their success comes down in the wide positions. A long throw in here, going over the top, looking for Timo Werner, though. Lovely ball. Tries to get the ball across. Promising signs, though, in behind again. Leicester City, a lot of their play comes from wide positions. They have very good attacking fullbacks. Can you see them getting the better of Chelsea in those wide areas? Because Chelsea tend to be quite good defensively.
Yeah, I think I like where Brendan Rodgers is going with a 3-4-1-2 formation, using them like three at the back and then using the four backs. I think maybe Pereira would be a bit more of a threat to Thomas.
Thomas, yeah.
He's very young, obviously not very experienced, but you never know.
Yeah, Pereira's a bit injury prone as well. Did you hear that by any chance?
Yeah, you could just hear that kind of background.
Pereira's very injury prone, but he does have that experience. Yeah. And I did wonder if in a one-off game you might play him, because for Leicester this might be the peak of their season. But Mason Mount with an early ball into Ziyech. Ziyech looking in behind for Werner. Werner's managed to get in behind Soyuncu here. Werner squaring up against Soyuncu, looks for Ziyech. Well read by Wesley Fofana. It blows my mind that Wesley Fofana is so... Shut up! is so young. Like, he's such a confident and composed player. I am so surprised he is 2021. Like, it is honestly blowing my mind.
Yeah, the French defensive young talent is amazing at the minute.
The cat just came on the screen.
I completely missed that.
He just walked and sat on my laptop. Marcus Alonso with a header here. It already looks quite open. This Chelsea kit looks nice from up here, though. I must say, I'm a lot more convinced on it, having seen it on. The cat is going wild in the background. He most certainly is. He's causing all kinds of problems. I mean, let me do this. There he is. He's just chilling now. But he is causing all types of trouble for me today. Meow, says Fraser. Yeah. Well, enough of Milo. We're about the football today. Here's Marcus Alonso throwing down to Rudiger. Rudiger back in the side. Did he pick up a knock? Is that why he was out against Arsenal? I think we missed him in midweek.
Yeah, I don't know if he was getting rested or what.
I thought you said getting arrested then. Jamie Vardy looks in for Iheanacho. Good safe hands from Kepa. Kepa has been our cup goalie for this year. So, it's fair enough playing him, but also maybe a little bit of a risk. And if Chelsea don't do well and concede a couple of easy goals, people will be looking at Kepa today. And I do think with Mendy, the emergence of Mendy, Kepa has been a much better goalkeeper. And he's been a lot more confident in himself. It's like he's got another player around him, so now he feels more confident. And Tuchel likes to give the backing to players, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can see he's got a lot more confidence in recent games. You know, he's not made too many mistakes, or not any at all, really. Whereas, I don't know, he's definitely given Mendy a good competition for the number one spot. It's like, it probably makes them play better that they're competing for the number one spot, where they haven't got like a clear player in that position.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is as well, we've got to remember that Kepa for a goalkeeper is very young. I think he's 24, 25, and Mendy's a few years older than him. So if Kepa can find some form, Kepa will outlast Mendy easily. A ball in behind here looking for Mason Mount. Mason Mount looks like he's out on this right-hand side at this current moment in time. Can he square up? It must be weird for like the likes of Mason Mount, Billy Gilmore, who've come into this Chelsea setup and literally pretty much as soon as they came into the setup, we had coronavirus and stuff like that. And so it must be, they must have played now more games without the fans for Chelsea than they have with the fans. Which must be strange to think about, because I don't know, you just don't think about it normally, do you?
No.
Josh says, I'm hoping the main man Werner will have a stormer. I'm hoping so, Josh. That would be really good. I'd hope to be 3-0 up and finished by half time. That would be the dream. But that's not how football is. Just for reference, Chelsea playing in their new blue kit, and Leicester are playing in their alternate, I'm guessing that's like a maroon colour.
Yeah.
Aspilicueta looks for a cross, and that looks like it's going to be the first corner of the game, a deflection off Luke Thomas. Fantastic to see fans back in the stadium, says June. It is, it really is, June. It's nice and there's so many of them as well. Like I said at the beginning, it looks weird, but it's a good weirdness in that sense. And Max is, hi, sorry I'm late. No worries, Max. Let us know your score prediction. We are 5 minutes in, but it is still 0-0. So do be sure to let us know what you think the score will be for today's game. I just realised I don't have a graphic on my screen, so we might as well grab one for anyone who joins, then they can see what the score is. Corner comes in, defended at that near post. Maybe not the best of corners there from Reece James. Bright start, though, for Chelsea. A very, very bright start. On the front foot. I mean, I guess we expected that from Chelsea. But with Mason Mount falling over there, I thought he might have gone down a bit more and tried to get something from that, but he didn't. And I don't think Kepa is that bad, says Oliver. So there we are. If Oliver says it, that must mean it's true. That must mean it's true. I honestly really hope that Chelsea don't bottle it like we did last year, because last year we went 1-0 up as well, didn't we? Pulisic scored early on.
Yeah, we scored in the 6th minute or something, didn't we?
Yeah, and it was a really good goal, and then Pulisic got injured, and it all went badly, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's a difficult one, especially under these circumstances, but the more I see that Chelsea kit, the more I actually like it. It is another Chelsea corner, though, here. Sending up the boys from the back. Thiago Silva's up, Rudiger's up. Rudiger's still got his Batman face mask on, so should be interesting. If you haven't already, like I said, get your score predictions in. I can't even remember what I said. Mine was 2-0. Jake was going 1-1, weren't you, Jake, with a Callum Hudson-Odoi goal. Marcus Alonso at the back post, falls out to Reece James. Reece James, what can he do? It looks to put it back in. Aspilicueta's in there, well cleared. Thiago Silva wins the next one. Aspilicueta looked like he was sizing up there for an overhead kick, but didn't swing for it. Here is Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech shrugged off the ball, and it looks like he's given away a foul there on Ayoze Perez, and that will be the end of the attack. Where's Batman? He's at centre back for us. Rudiger thinks it's fancy dress day. Exactly, he does think it's fancy dress day.
What happened to him?
I don't know. In literally 1 week, I was just like, oh, he must have broken his nose or something like that in training or something, but. I'd be terrified every time I go to Edinburgh if I'd broken my nose, because all it takes is for it not to hit there and for it to hit there, and then all the pain again.
Yeah, you think it'd be quite distracting running around with that on your face, but
yeah, I remember when Cesc Fabregas had it on a few years ago as well.
Yeah, I think I'm sure Azpilicueta's had it as well.
Wouldn't surprise me. Maybe it's a Spanish thing.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I don't know where that was going there. Jamie Vardy with a heavy tackle. Let Reece James know he was there nice and early on in the game. Referee Michael Oliver didn't look overly impressed at that, though. He's maybe a little bit aware of what Vardy did there. He won the ball, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he quite needed the power, especially because he was in the corner flag and looking to win the ball off Reece James. But Chelsea are going again up the other end. And a very open game, a very typical FA Cup final we are seeing so far. Here is Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech goes out wide to Alonso. Alonso rolls the ball back into Rudiger. Rudiger with a poor pass though, which is picked up by Wilfred Ndidi. And now Leicester might be able to break, but Kante is there yet again. Another former Leicester City player. They're looking long for Jamie Vardy here, who might have just got in behind Reece James, but good strength from the two of them. And Reece James has managed to win a goal kick for Chelsea. I'm just going to try and turn my sound up slightly just so I can hear if anything happens. Thoughts on the new kit, Sam? Well, we just discussed this, but I said I wasn't convinced on it at first. But now that I've seen it on people, I think I'm a bit more. I think I like it a bit more. What do you reckon, Jake?
Yeah, I really like the yellow and the snazzy little pattern. I overall rate it better than this season's kit.
Yeah, it's nice to have a bit of a change. Werner there getting his legs tangled up. But yeah, nice to have a bit of a change, isn't it? Because we're normally quite a classic sort of just a blue with maybe a bit of a darker patch. Johnny Evans looking into the feet of Vardy, though. Vardy will be key to the success of this Leicester team, whether it's getting goals, whether it's getting assists. If Vardy's on it today, Leicester will be a really a big threat for Chelsea. Christensen wore that mask. Everyone's worn the mask. Everyone's worn the mask for Chelsea. I really hope it's not the same mask, because that wouldn't be very good for COVID. But what do you make to Jamie Vardy, Jake?
He's very good. He's obviously blossomed very late on in his career. It's kind of a shame that he's not playing for England anymore.
Oh yeah,
I think that's obviously a big loss for us, but I don't know. It's obviously a weird one. It's a good story that he's come from non-league football to playing top flight football in the Premier League and doing amazing. It's a good story. Yeah,
it definitely is, and like you say, it is a shame that we can't have him for England. But I think he did say he's retired on the condition that obviously, if say for example in this position, I assume it would be Kane, DCL, Danny Ings, and Bamford all get injured, then he would come. But I feel like even if it was DCL and Ings who got injured, then, or even if Kane got injured, I think he would be looking and he'd be like, maybe I go in, because he can almost guarantee himself game time, and that's why he retired in the first place. Because as good as Jamie Vardy is, Harry Kane is that next level. He really is that next level up. Willie Caballero didn't wear the mask. Oh, there we are. One person who didn't wear it. Trent or Robbo? That's your question for you, Jake. Not Chelsea related, but Trent Alexander-Arnold or Andy Robertson?
It's got to be Trent for me, I think. A bit more all-rounder.
Yeah, I think you can play Trent anywhere and you get a 8 out of 10 out of him. But to be fair, Robertson almost revolutionised that left-back spot. And he's done, I think he's done really well. Another late blossomer when you think about it. And Oliver is now telling us people who haven't worn the mask. So brilliant. Thank you for that good work there, Oliver.
Thank you.
Just in case if we wanted to know. Rudiger, though. Wow, 12 minutes has absolutely flown by in this game. No clear-cut opportunities, though, so far, as Ziyech picks the ball up just outside the 18-yard box. Alonso, goes by Castagna there. Lovely bit of skill and good bit of dribbling there from Ziyech, looking in towards that back post towards Azpilicueta, but it is just overhit, and Luke Thomas is able to guide the ball out of the box. Werner didn't. Gilmore didn't. TS did. For God's sake. For God's sake. That is typical. I know what they're like. Oh, and Fraser also hasn't won the Master before. In case if you were wondering, Jake, I don't know if you were.
It was in the back of my mind, yeah.
Yeah. I was also wondering, Fraser, so thank you for letting us know. That was the first thing that was on my mind. I was actually thinking, as soon as we were talking about masks, I was like, Fraser seems like the kind of guy who would wear a mask. Chelsea, looking bright in these first 15 minutes or so. Maybe the brighter out of the two teams, but Leicester, I'm sure, will grow into it. I think Brendan Rodgers will look at this Chelsea side, look to see where he can get an advantage and work it that way, especially with, being proven last week that Chelsea aren't this unbeatable force instead. But here is Hakim Ziyech, rolls it into Jorginho. Jorginho needs a better game today than he did on Wednesday. Rudiger driving forward, takes a shot from long range, and it has just gone wide.
He's liked to do that recently.
Sorry?
Rudiger's been doing that a lot recently, driving up and just having a shot from outside the box.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say to you. Yeah. Rudiger's almost got his own sort of role in that back three, and I was just going to say, what do you make to that Rudiger role, if you will, in the three at the back, who doesn't stay back but is able to, get forward? We've seen it with Azpilicueta, to be fair. Azpilicueta's been one of the furthest men up the pitch so far tonight. What do you make to that? Do you think it's a good thing to have that dynamic movement from the back?
Yeah, definitely. It gives extra support up front. Gives obviously an extra player for Leicester to deal with. So I think it's a good thing, and I think we still have the cover. If we do lose the ball, there's still a lot of cover at the back for Chelsea. So I think it definitely works well. It's definitely causing problems for Leicester.
I'm just looking at this. I think Azpilicueta is playing at right wing back and Reece James is playing at right centre back, which I'm not against, but we usually associate it being the other way round. We'll have to see when Azpilicueta drops back, but to see if he goes inside. It's looking that way. But it does look like Azpilicueta is out on that sort of right-hand side, and that might be because he's a bit better defensively. But an opportunity there for Vardy, blocked by Thiago Silva. Rudiger, again, a bit of early signs, though, for Leicester that they can get in behind Chelsea, and specifically Marcus Alonso, who isn't great. Chance Leicester, half an opportunity there. It was a long ball over the top. Castagna, good running in behind, and it was Reece James who,
good block from him.
Yeah, by the looks of things, he's in that right centre back role, and maybe that could work for him. Look how high up Azpilicueta is now. So it must be three at the back, and it's slightly different to how we expected them to line up. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see how they play, though. When Thomas Tuchel came into Chelsea, you think you were going to get to the final? Honestly, no. I didn't think we could get to, either final, let alone the Champions League final. Like, this one would have been the more likely one for us to get to, because Chelsea have they have good form, good history in the competition. But I don't know. It's just, I think everything that we do with Tuchel always has that undermined sort of thing of, but what if it was Lampard who had taken us this way? And that's just how it is for me. And Oliver is repeating, Aspi lives on the equator. What do you think? Do you think we'd have got to the final if we were still had Lampard and not Tuchel, Jay?
No, I don't think so. I think we probably could have lost to City in the semis. That was a tough game. It's hard to tell. It is hard to tell. We have definitely seen a big improvement since Tuchel's come in. So you do ask your questions whether we'd get this far with Lampard in charge.
Yeah, I think the one thing in the game against Man City, I don't think Lampard had that calibre to almost change the team up and have those tactics ready and waiting. He didn't. Tuchel's performance in that game against Manchester City was very Pep Guardiola-esque. The ability to chop and change the team to suit and cancel out a team was something that we haven't really associated with Lampard yet. And it might happen in the next few years. He'll get back into his managerial career and stuff like that. And in a few years' time, I don't doubt he'll come back to Chelsea. But I don't think we would have had that ability to change and really challenge the top teams in Liverpool, Manchester United, even, and Manchester City. Even in a one-off game, because if anything, I feel more confident in Chelsea in a one-off game than I do in a whole in like 2 legs or something like that. I feel like we're more likely to win in a one-off game than anything else. But that's just my thoughts. Oh, ball looking over the top again there for Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta's causing some problems. He really is causing some problems for Leicester City at the minute, which is surprising because he's not really known for his attacking qualities, but it's a weird one. It really is a weird one. Fofana looks long, looking down the line for Iheanacho. Is that a handball on Thiago Silva?
It definitely hits his hand.
They've given it as
low.
well.
Oh, yeah.
They have given it. It was, I think it's maybe a little bit unfortunate. We'll see here on the replay. I think that's a little bit harsh on Thiago Silva, the Brazilian. Poggy Games says, I'm scared watching live. This is how we feel all the time. And Fraser says, Tuchel will slip. Lampard, Champions League final. Lampard, FA Cup. Yeah, Tuchel masterclass, says Max. Yeah, I could see that. Here is the free kick will be taken by Youri Tielemans, who honestly seems like he should be about 28 at this point, but he's just not. He's still like 20, and it baffles me. I remember people talking about him like 4 years ago, buying him on career mode in like FIFA 17. Chance there for Soyuncu, but just over the bar.
That's exactly how I got to know him through career mode when he was at Anderlecht. He was like a young prospect, had like a high potential rating, and he's definitely kind of showing like what potential he had back then. He's really living up to it. Yeah,
he definitely has been in the sort of last weeks or so. In the sort of last season, he's shown that cutting edge, that vision that he does have, and I think he could cause problems if he's on it today. That key eye for a pass will definitely.
Yeah, he's got an amazing eye for a pass, and he can bag goals as well. He's got a good shot from outside the box. He can get a few goals.
Yeah,
but yeah,
exactly.
his passing is incredible, especially because he's so young as well.
Well, Chelsea on the counter attack here. Mason Mount looks to drive it in towards Werner, blocked by Johnny Evans though. There, Ziyech looking to pick up the pieces though, and Castagna hits the line looking for Iheanacho, but a poor touch. I'm hoping for a goal before half-time. Settle the nerves a little bit. Lampard went to an FA Cup final. He did go to an FA Cup final, but we also lost the FA Cup final. So that's my point on that one. We lost the FA Cup final. He didn't have the managerial presence to make the changes which a Tuchel, a Pep, a Jurgen Klopp does make. Camavinga going to Arsenal. Don't think he's going to be going to Arsenal, Camavinga. Evenly poised game thus far. It is. In most certain. Milo. Shush. It's so noisy. Lovely weather in London. It does look like it's absolutely chucking it down. Could make a few mistakes if we go for any of the classic FIFA commentary. Could make a few mistakes for the attackers, could make a few mistakes for the defenders as well. Here is Reece. Who was that in the background of yours?
I have no idea. My little brother's got some friends over.
You made me laugh. What's the cat called? The cat's called Milo, Max. Here is Ziyech. Ziyech looks for Marcus Alonso. Can he get a shot off? Good defending there by Youri Tielemans in the box, and Iheanacho looking to go the other way, but cleared out by Thiago Silva. Jorginho now. Oh,
I'm a bit ahead of you.
It's Thiago Silva looking for Mason Mount. Mount, lovely bit of dribbling, looking to roll it through, just wide. And is that a free kick for Mason Mount there? Maybe caught him. I don't know. I thought he caught him, but half opportunity there for Mason Mount. A real half opportunity. Reigning the FA Cup final. That must be a first. honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if it was a first. That's not far wide, that strike from Mason Mount. Guess who's back? Wilco's back, brilliant. The weather is appalling. It most certainly is appalling. But, you know, it adds an extra opportunity. Someone's got a Chelsea bag over he's got a Chelsea bag on his head to keep him nice and dry. Keep him nice and dry in this. It is shocking weather, isn't it? I didn't realise it was quite so bad. Here is Ziyech, though, on the corner. I'm going to ignore the cat. Whipped in by Thiago Silva into the hands of Kasper Schmeichel. Shush. He wants some screen time, that's what he wants. You're not getting it. You're not getting the subscribers. You're not. They're my subscribers. I feel like I'm being mean. Here is Soyuncu. Rolls it into Luke Thomas. I'm intrigued to see how Luke Thomas will play today. I've not seen much of him, but I think it's a massive game for him to be playing in, especially when Ricardo Pereira is on the bench. Comments, you'll have to let me know. You'll have to let me know what you think to that. You're not coming. Shush. Yeah, I'll be intrigued to see how Luke Thomas plays, because I think it's one of those games where it could be a huge, huge game with Ricardo Pereira on the bench. We want Milo. Milo, stay there. That's all I want. Meow. People are talking back to you. Hashtag we want Milo. Feed your cat or lock him out. No, I have to lock him in because people are going in and out of the front door. Milo, stay there. The food's in the room. Hashtag Milo, time out. It's time to go. Brilliant. Your cat is quiet compared to... Exactly. He is quiet usually, but he's just getting a bit excited because we're all talking. Here's Iheanacho. Ziyech has been... I'd say Ziyech has been bright so far. Rolling it into Werner. Oh, that was a hefty tackle on Werner from Wilfred Ndidi, and that will most certainly be a foul. What have you made to... everyone's just putting "we want Milo" in the chat.
Is he going to be the guest next stream?
Do you want to be on for the halftime show, Milo? See, now he doesn't speak. He has to go, blood. No, he's all right. He can stay. A couple of high boots in there. I thought the ref was going to give one there, but nothing such happened. It's nice to hear some booing back in the grounds. I could just hear then. It's nice to hear some booing.
Instead of the fake stuff.
Yeah, like the stuff off FIFA. It is nice to hear some genuine booing of the crowd. 25 minutes played, guys. Still 0-0 in this FA Cup final. Really, I was hoping for an early goal. Hoping it'd be an absolute goal fest. That would be my hope. Here is Fofana into Tielemans. Tielemans looks long for the run of Iheanacho. Well defended by Thiago Silva. But Chelsea are able to go the other way here. Here is Timo Werner running one-on-one against... Oh, and that's an awful shot from Timo Werner. He has absolutely blazed that over. Absolutely blazed it over. Sam has to go. Milo in. Oh, I thought you were saying Milo has to go. Oh my God, Werner. Can Milo be the first Minster of Northern Ireland? We need a person who has sense. I mean, he might not be up for the job. He might not be quite up for the job. Here's Werner again, though. Full of confidence. He seems to be full of confidence, even though he just can't seem to get his shooting boots right at the minute for a consistent number of games.
Tuchel was furious then. You can see his reaction. He was not happy.
Yeah, I think Tuchel will give him the rest of the season. If he doesn't start scoring, I think he's going to change his role in the club, definitely. Yeah. Because it is disappointing, and if we want to, I guess if we want to challenge for the league, that would be the next step. It would be to have someone who's going to score. Well, Mason Mount's top goal scorer, isn't he, with 6? So
Yeah, I think him and Werner joints, maybe. Is that overall in all the leagues?
I think overall it's Giroud because of the 4 he got against Sevilla.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's Giroud. Overall, I'd have to have a look. It's all really close actually between Tammy Giroud and Timo Werner. Another corner for Chelsea though. Ziyech looks to whip the ball in again. Defended at the front post there. Drop to Mason Mount. Mount into Ziyech. Mount going in behind again. Werner misses it. Falls to Rudiger. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. So close there from Azpilicueta. The ball whipped in by Thiago Silva. God, everyone thinks going on outside my window. People are just beeping now and everything. God, what is going on? That was so close though from Azpilicueta's head. It was a lovely little clip in from Thiago Silva. Werner manages to guide it on, but in doing so, I think he's just actually touched the ball away from Azpilicueta. I think if Werner doesn't touch that, I think it goes in. Here's Wesley Fofana, rolls it into Youri Tielemans, back to Fofana. I want to see a bit more from Leicester. I must say they've had no real clear-cut opportunities so far in this game, with 30 minutes played already. If they want to put some pressure on Chelsea, they will need to start attacking, but they'll be pleased. It's 30 minutes in, it's still 0-0, and all they need is one opportunity realistically. A lovely drive from Fofana there, but defended well by Ziyech, and he rolled it into Castagna. Beeping at Milo. We want Milo. Beep, beep, meow. Yeah. Oh my god. Other than Milo, if you are new and you want to see more of me and maybe some more of Milo, be sure to smash that like button, guys. Hit subscribe. Can we get 30 likes on the stream just for Milo? That would be brilliant. And Josh has said he's hit 40 subs. Target is now 50. Keep plucking away, Josh. You'll get there. You will most certainly get there. And I am very close to my goal of 300. So if you are new, help me get there and help me move towards that 300 goal. And I had a really good month in the last month, gained 93 subscribers. So I need to keep building on that and working my way up. It's interesting that Reece James is playing at right centre back. I know I keep saying it, but it is interesting.
Yeah,
Sorry, you go.
Yeah, so I was wondering what Tuchel's thought process is behind that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, is this one of the Tuchel decisions that he wanted to make in midweek, but he didn't quite feel like he should make, but now because they've lost, maybe that's why he's going for it and he's willing the risk on it. Yeah. Sam, get Milo a trim. Milo doesn't need a trim. He's a nice fluff ball. He doesn't need a trim. Sam, nice new trim. Thank you. I got it done on Thursday. Thank you. It was getting a little bit long. I think it is. You are right, Max. You are right. Very, very well observed. And Johnny Evans is injured, as Oliver has said. He's gone down. And not looking good for Leicester City. Mark Albrighton looks like he's coming on. So,
maybe
that's
4
a
at
weird
the back.
one. Yeah, maybe 4 at the back. Yeah, that's probably a likely thing. We'll have to wait and see. We'll see how they're set up. Or it might be that, I don't even know. Because if it was James Justin, I'd say, maybe they'd do what Reece James has done and go into a 3 at the back. But because James Justin isn't on the pitch, I don't know. It must be a 4 at the back. We'll have to wait and see. I'm sure it'll be whatever it is, it'll be a little bit makeshift anyway, because they don't quite have the defensive options that Chelsea do off the bench. And just to be confirmed, it is Johnny Evans coming off for Mark Albrighton. Mark Albrighton seems like he's been at the club for ages now. I can't believe that man is a Premier League winner. I don't know. He's just so bang average, isn't he? And that's the thing.
He actually played like a big role as well in that when they won that title that year. He was actually a good player.
Was he at Villa as well? Is that where he came from?
Yeah, Villa. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Because I remember when he signed, everyone was like, well, why have Leicester just signed him? And then he's been at the club ever since, and he's done really well. Mental. Class act by Chelsea and Leicester fans. I needed him fit for international duty. Josh is always thinking about Northern Ireland. Here is Kante. Kante into the feet of Macy Mount. Into Alonso. Mount goes wide and round him, looking to pull the ball in. Just overhits that cross there. Past Aspilicueta. What does Aspilicueta have on his hand? On his left hand? Because he always has it, but I never know if it's just like a sweatband or what it is. I never know.
It's like what Luis Suarez has as well, isn't it?
I don't know. I've not seen Suarez play. Would you rather be a cat or a bird? I mean, I'd say a cat because I feel like a cat is better looked after, whereas a bird. Yeah, I'd go with cat. What do you reckon, Jake?
Yeah. So if you're a bird, you go anywhere you want, fly anywhere. But, I don't know. Yeah,
but if you're a cat, you can jump as high as you like.
Yeah. Don't know.
Very good question, Fraser. Very good question. Welcome to the Sam and Jake podcast. Thiago Silva looking for Mason Mount. Heavy tackle on Mason Mount. Heavy tackle on Werner. And that looks like that'll be a book in there for Wesley Fofana. Still not yet to see if they've gone into a 4 at the back. I'm sure that'll become clear once we get some actual play that isn't like counter-attacks. I'm sure that'll become clear. Cats of 9 lives, they do. Really enjoying the impact of the crowd today. Yeah, we said that earlier, actually, Josh. It's nice to have some booing. That's the one thing I can say. It's nice to have some booing and some jeering and stuff like that. It was Castagna with the foul there. Maybe he's dropped in at centre half. God, he really would be utility there, wouldn't he? If he's dropped in at centre half, Castagna. But we'll have to wait and see. It looks like Castagna's in there because Albrighton is just closing down Alonso there. So it might be that Castagna is in at that right centre-back role, and maybe they'll reshuffle at half-time, get themselves in at half-time. We've got 10 minutes left till the half. Get themselves in at half-time at 0-0. That, I think, for Leicester, that would be a good job. I think that'd be a good half-time result for them. Chelsea have been dominant, not made the most of any of their chances. Werner's blazed one over. Castagna was thought twice about that there. Alonso nearly nicked it. Iheanacho spins out and rolls it into Tielemans. Tielemans into Ndidi. Ndidi into Soyuncu, and all of a sudden they've managed to stop their attack again in Leicester City. I thought they were going to go forward there. Chelsea got numbers back quickly though, and they were able to stop any opportunity for a counter-attack. But here is Ayoze Perez running at Reece James, trips over the ball a little bit. Reece James slips and he rolls it back to Wilfred Ndidi. Here is Castagna. Castagna looks for a ball in, cleared out by Jorginho, falls to Mount. Mount clears it further up the pitch.
I don't know if anyone's in the toilet.
Here is Iheanacho. Iheanacho into Mark Albrighton, looking for the head of Jamie Vardy, but cleared nicely by Thiago Silva. And here is Alonso looking down that line. Mason Mount looks to go by a couple of players, but Leicester growing into this game now. Leicester looking to grow into this game a little bit more than before, to be fair. They've had a couple of minutes there of possession, as you could tell by the commentary. Maybe what Leicester need, they're starting to get their foot in the door really here and starting to pose a few questions, just sort of test the waters, aren't they, Jake?
Yeah, they're definitely on the front foot now. I think Chelsea are defending well, but I think Leicester will be happy with 0-0 going into half-time.
Yeah, and then we can really I'm sure we'll start to see people committing men forward, but at this rate, it does look like, very much so at this rate, I could see it going to extra time, but there's still a lot of football left to be played. That is just the sense I'm getting from almost the lack of clear-cut opportunities, but fatigue will come in, Hakim Ziyech has just hacked down Luke Thomas, but fatigue will come in, mistakes will be made, and there will be opportunities for goals. It's just whether Chelsea, who aren't the most clinical side, we know that, can make the most of it. Sorry, I've had zero signal for the last 37 minutes, but I think I'm back now. That is absolutely fine, Jordan. I know you're out exploring. What player would you sign for Chelsea, Jake?
Oh, good question.
And don't go with Haaland or Mbappe.
Oh, no, I'm not. Awa from
Aouar?
Leon. Yeah,
Why is that?
I think he'd be really good. He just seems to be like a really good all-round player, like good second midfielder. He's doing well in the French league. But yeah, I think he would suit Chelsea's style of play a bit similar to Mount, maybe.
Yeah, I think he could. I definitely think he could offer something. But Ziyech has managed to get him behind here. I want to see more from Ziyech. Ziyech rolls it into Werner. Werner shot blocked by Fofana. Fofana gets back up again. Great defending from Wesley Fofana. Fair play to him there. Luke Thomas gets back in, rolls it, and Werner has committed a foul there, and it looks like it'll be a yellow card for the German. Potentially, I don't know. I don't know which way he's going to give this because they both almost look like they fouled each other. It looks like Werner is the one being put in the book, though. Werner goes to slide in, and then he almost pulls out of it, and then Thomas just sort of flies into him as well. So. Werner is still down injured at this current moment in time, but that might be just to try and postpone the yellow card and see if he can get away with it. It is a booking for Timo Werner, or as Max once called him, Timo Turner. I'm just getting the halftime show ready for you, Jake. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be, but yeah.
Yeah, so be sure to stick around for the halftime game, everyone. That it should be exciting. It should be a good one. It should be a good one. I'm just writing a few for us whilst the ball is out of play and I don't need to commentate. Might as well multitask and make the most of it. Yeah, no worries, Jake. I will do this, and then it will just be me. He's just nipping to the toilet because it is the halftime. It will be the halftime show. Sign me, I'm a great fullback, says Oliver. What's for dinner? I don't know what's for dinner, if I'm brutally honest with you. Probably might have a takeaway. Who knows? Mark Albrighton looking to get past Alonso there. Alonso versus Albrighton might be a decent battle between the two of them. My logic behind that being two people with plenty of experience, but maybe two people who aren't the quickest in the team. And, could definitely cause some problems when they go forward. You get them in the positions, they know how to get into said positions, and they could score some goals. They really could score some goals. And that's what Marcus Alonso is realistically in the team for. He's definitely not in the team for his defensive capabilities. And if he is, I don't know why he's in the team in the first place. But there we are. It cleared out there by Rudiger, falling into the feet of Jose Perez. Perez needs to get in this game a little bit more, as Jorginho fouls him. He does need to get in this game a little bit more because we've not seen the best out of Jose Perez yet. Same with Jamie Vardy, same with Iheanacho, but all three of them just need a half opportunity and they will score. That is how it works for these guys. And Jake is back with us, feeling refreshed.
Guess I didn't miss anything.
No, you missed absolutely nothing, like watching paint dry. It is Thomas this time on the corner, on the free kick, and Soyuncu again has won the header. That might be something Chelsea need to look out for in this second half. Soyuncu winning free kicks, corners, whatever they may be. He seems to be getting his head onto these, but Chelsea will take that. We are 3 minutes away from half-time, guys, so if you know anyone, be sure to share it around. Get this stream shared to a few different people, and we will see. We'll have a fun halftime game. That should be good fun. Werner looking to put the pressure on. I so want a goal from Werner today. I can't express it enough. I so want a goal from Werner today.
I feel like Tuchel's going to take him off early if he's got a booking now, though.
Yeah, I could see that, especially with Giroud, Havertz, and I don't know if Tammy's on the bench, but we've got lots of people on the bench.
What's your thoughts on Tammy at the minute, not getting a lot of game time?
I mean, it's a bit harsh on Tammy, but the thing is, Werner is creating and getting opportunities as he is right now, driving forward. Indeed, he looks to get back, can't make a foul there. He shot from long range. Maybe the wrong decision there from Timo Werner, hasn't tested. Kasper Schmeichel in goal. Yeah, I think the thing is with Tammy, I don't think he quite suits the play style. Giroud is obviously good to have off the bench. He can hold up the ball. He offers something different, but Tammy doesn't quite fit in. And whereas Werner, he can get in behind, he can cause problems. It doesn't quite have the same thing, and that's why I think Tammy is struggling a little bit. But Timo Werner is down at the minute. Don't know if he's just trying to catch a bit of air there. Looks like he might have had the air or the wind taken out of him, I believe the phrase is.
Can you see Tammy leaving in the summer?
I could see him leaving. Where he would go, I don't know, because I always think, maybe he'd like to go back to Villa, but I don't think he'd fit in Villa. That's the thing. It's where he would go, and I don't think he'd go to another Champions League side in England. If he went somewhere, it'd have to be elsewhere. It'd have to be in Italy or in Spain or in France if they wanted to get Champions League football from him.
Yeah, because I can see him turning up in the Italian league. It's fair. Tomorrow's doing well at the minute. AC Milan, I've seen he's been doing good.
Yeah. To be fair, I mean, Tomori's one of them players where I think we almost needed him to just sort of stay around a little while longer, and I think under Tuchel he might have thrived even more than what he has at Milan. Ball looking in behind there for Vardy, first half opportunity for Jamie Vardy there. But yeah, I know what you mean. I think the problem is with Tomori though. He's in a very competitive spot, and when we've got Thiago Silva and Azpilicueta, I know they're not long-term solutions to that position, but when you've got two of them who are highly experienced on big money, you might as well play them and run less of a risk, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, Josh says, dinner dependent on the result? Yeah, probably. What's your ideal pizza topping? I love tuna and sweet corn. Call me weird, but I love tuna on a pizza. Perez is overrated. I'd say get Wagamama's, but apparently Huddersfield is stuck back in 1950. It is. It really is. Let's smash the like button, guys. Exactly, Josh. Exactly. Let's smash the like button. Let's see if we can get to 20. Tammy, FA Cup top goal scorer, not included in today's match squad. Yeah, so is Iheanacho. I think Iheanacho will go above Tammy if Iheanacho does score today, but obviously Tammy has only played, I think he's played 3 games. Damn it, forgot the match was on. I'll sneak in here like I was here all along. Oh, Curly. Exactly. Jordan's disgusted at you. Jordan Spence, I'll batter you if you disrespect Huddersfield once again. Brilliant. And mushrooms and meat, says Josh. What's your ideal one for your pizza, Jake?
I do like a bit of meat. Definitely like pepperoni or doner or something like that.
Meathead. That does sound good. I like mushrooms, peppers, ham, and extra cheese. Oh, does pineapple belong on a pizza? I mean, I'd have pineapple on a pizza, but I don't see the debate about it. Either you like it or you don't. It doesn't have to be a massive debate about it. It's just one of them things. It's like people aren't going to turn around and say that ham shouldn't be on a pizza just because one person doesn't like ham on a pizza. But it is half time. And it is 0-0. Maybe a slightly disappointing first half. Jake, what are your first half thoughts?
Been not very exciting. Not been any clear chances. There's been very good defending. I think both defenders have been very strong. I feel like now, after seeing the first half, I feel like there's not going to be many goals. I feel maybe 1-0, something like that. Yeah,
I could see one before 60 minutes and then a winner or an equaliser post 80. Kean is in the chat. Lovely to see you, Kean. If you are doing well, mate. let us know. And what's your score prediction for today's game? It is still 0-0, and we'll move in to the halftime show. The moment you've all been waiting for. Pretty certain half the reason people come into these groups is just for Jake versus the comments. That's what it's for. The Wi-Fi button has come up on my stream, so hopefully it will stay and it'll be working okay. Jake, you'll have to let me know. If it's not, you might have to just take the reins slightly. It should be okay though. But so the first round is name a manager in the top 5 leagues. Can be anyone. Nice and broad for you. You can name anyone from the top 5 European leagues. Any manager. And comments, get going. Get naming top 5 managers. Can literally be anyone. Jake, you've got to think outside the box a little bit. I don't want to give any answers. I'm going to give you 20 more seconds, Jake, to get yours in.
Yeah, got mine in.
You've got yours in. We'll start looking then. So we have Marcelo Bielsa. We have Jurgen Klopp. We have Antonio Conte, formerly of Chelsea. Mikel Arteta, Rodgers, Ranieri, Ryan Mason, Pep Guardiola, Tuchel, Pirlo, Simeone, Klopp, Kepa. Yes, Kepa. Kepa, the fantastic manager, Kepa. We've got Brendan Rodgers, Curly going in with Rodgers already, Ranieri, AVB, Flick, Nagelsmann. Is this national teams? No, it's not. It's just the top 5 association leagues. Dyche, Koeman, Zidane, Nagelsmann, Dyche, Flick, AVB. I think I got through all of them. Pirlo, Zidane, Parker, Koeman, the Barcelona manager, Allardyce, Hodgson, Smith, Heckingbottom, Scott Parker, Bruce, Steven Gerrard. I will give you 15 more seconds because of the stream delay. So get them in. Let us know. I haven't seen who Jake's thingy is yet, so I am as clued up as to you guys who he has picked. Hasenhüttl, Poch, we'll give you 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we will take no more from Pochettino of Oliver. So between that, we had Moyes, Hasenhüttl, Poch, Hasenhüttl. A lot of people saying Hasenhüttl sneaking into their minds. A lot of people saying that. And Stevie G, Scotty P. Got lots of players. But Jake, would you like to reveal to the comments what your guess was for today?
The Italian legend Andrea Pirlo. I think Oliver got it.
Andrea Pirlo. It's an Oliver masterclass. He literally got it. It was like the 3rd guess. Surely it wasn't that high up.
No, I think it was a bit later
on. Josh Wilkinson got it first. Wilkinson got it first. Classic Wilco masterclass, and it is 1-0 to the comments.
Oh yeah,
good answer there. To be honest with you, I didn't think about Andrea Pirlo, but there we are. And we will move on to the next one. How are you feeling after the first round, Jake? Are you getting a little bit nervous?
Yeah, I'm getting a bit disappointed. I'm getting nervous.
Might be a forfeit. Let me just move my laptop a little bit further back so then I can just do that. There we are. I'm trying to move my stuff so I can sit down properly. So, next one. Well done, comments. 1-0 to you guys. This one is name a number 7 in Europe. So, obviously, don't go like too obscure in the sense of don't go down to like 3rd divisions or below us, so like League 1, but the top 2 leagues of Europe, or we'll just say we'll go top 5 leagues. Top 5 leagues makes it easier, and then it's not just like a random player. Name a number 7 in Europe's top 5 leagues. I'll give you the opportunity to check because that they are at number 7. It was like, what was it? We did one which was number 17, and I could not tell you a single number 17 other than Kevin De Bruyne. But there we are. A number 7 in Europe's top 5 leagues again. can see the comments are going. Jake, I'm going to have to give you 10 more seconds, mate.
Okay. I've just checked in. It's right.
He's checked in. It's right. He's definitely correct. So he's popped in the chat. I'll have a quick look. I didn't know he was number 7. But here we go.
I only found out yesterday.
I found out yesterday. Here we go. You've been Wilco'd and Olivered. There we are.
Welcome.
Starting here, Hadji, Max Meyer, Saka. Well, I'm doomed, says Curly. McGinn, Hazard, Mbappe. Oh, Kepa's number 1. Costa, Felix, Ronaldo, Griezmann, Kulusevski. Who's Kulusevski played for?
Juventus.
Yeah, so it won't be good. That won't be right then. Damari Gray, Nabry, Super John McGinn, says Josh. Chris Wood. Where did that come from, Curly? Sterling Depay. Jota is number 20, Curly. Trezeguet, I don't think he's number 7. John McGinn is. That's what Josh just said. Ollie, now you're just naming Villa players, Curly. Come on, man. Cavani, that's a good shout. Come on, guys, keep going. We'll give you another 20 seconds or so. Get your answers in. We've got Sancho that's just snuck in. Kante, that is a good one. I feel like Kante goes a little bit under the radar there because he's not your traditional number 7. Andy Carroll. Love him or hate him, Andy Carroll. Can be a decent player. 10 more seconds, guys. 10, 9, Diagna, Andy Carroll, Milner, João Felix, I'm guessing that is. Tony, Milner, Gray. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we will take no more from Lundstrom of Fraser and Josh, but Super John McGinn again, for God's sake. As he runs like 2 blokes, for God's sake, Josh. Tony, Milner, Gray, Diagne, Sarr, Hazard, Cantwell, and Yarmolenko were the final ones with Lundstrom and Jake. I think you've equalised there, haven't you?
I think I've done it. Yeah, I went with Sabitzer from RB Leipzig.
Marcel Sabitzer.
They played in the final yesterday against Dortmund, and I picked up on it then.
Oh, there we are. I didn't know Marcel Sabitzer was Leipzig's number 7, but you learn something new every day. So that does make it 1-1, which means, well, I guess the final round is all or nothing. It doesn't really make a difference. It will be all or nothing for the both of you. So we will move into the final one, Jake. There's no forfeit for you tonight. You've managed to get yourself at least an answer on the board, which is better than what I can do. I can tell you that now. So going into the final one, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So this is a professional team in the top 4 English divisions. So League 2, League 1, Championship, and the Premier League. Obviously, they will all be professional teams, but just in case, be more specific. I would assume they would all be professional if they're in the top 4 leagues. I think you have to be professional. But any team from the top 4 English divisions, nothing outside of England. It can't be Scotland. It can't be France. It can't be anything like that. It has to be top 4 English divisions. And I can see the comments are absolutely flying in here. So clearly everyone's enjoying this one. I went that clue yesterday as I thought he was referring to Manchester City. Jake slipped up, should have been sharper.
Yeah, I think that was a bit too obvious.
Wilco, I expected you to sniff that out. But here we go. Here are the answers. We've got Bolton, Crawley, Huddersfield, Crawley, Scunthorpe United, Bolton, Crawley. Why are so many people saying Crawley? Grimsby Town, Burton, Plymouth Argyle, Morecambe, Port Vale, Manchester United. Who just said Manchester United? I hate when it just skips down for no apparent reason whatsoever. And now I'm miles away from where I was. Yeovil Town, Liverpool, Grimsby, Manchester City, Barrow, Wolves, Fleetwood, Manchester City, Southend, Fulham, Watford, Colchester, PSG aren't in England, Carlisle, Burnley, Leeds, Bolton, Norwich, Kepa, Sheffield, Bradford, Luton, Coventry, Sheffield, Cheltenham. Got loads going, absolutely loads of answers flying in. I will give you guys 10 more seconds because you are naming so many. We'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the last one we are taking is Joseph Shipley's Hull. So let's have a look through. That is the last one we are taking. So where did I get up to? I got up to, well, Keane said Kepa, so we'll read from there. Hull City, Bournemouth, Stoke, Fleetwood, Cambridge United, Derby, West Brom, Liverpool, Forest Green, Hull, Carlisle, Harrogate, Peterborough, Salford, Wickham, Sheffield, Fulham, Chelsea, Blackburn, Sheffield United, Cheltenham, Middlesbrough, Aston Villa, Blackpool, Aston Villa, Colchester, Birmingham, Tottenham. They are a small club. Exactly, Max. Forest Green, Notts, Forest, Wickham, Exeter, Crawley. Why do people keep saying Crawley? Ipswich Town, Newport, and the final one, which was Hull. And Jake, would you like to reveal who you said?
Yeah, I've been absolutely demolished there. Cambridge United. I think at least 3 people have said it. So, yeah, I've definitely not won that one.
Absolutely, which does mean the comments, I believe that's back-to-back. It is back-to-back wins of the comments because they beat me in midweek. They've beaten you this week, which does mean the comments win for the second stream in a... Oh, we need to up our game, Jake. We need to up our game.
Oh, no.
We can't have this in the Champions League final. We can't have this in the Champions League final. And just for the confirmation, because I know you guys like it, there you are. The comments win. The comments do win. Very well played to you guys and everyone who said Crawley Town because you all spammed it, and everyone who said Cambridge United as well. You have beaten Jake. A very valiant effort there, Jake. A very valiant effort there. And you've been commented.
I have, yeah, I've been commenting.
You've been commented, and Jordan says nailed it. Exactly. Well done to you all. Good work, guys. Absolutely fantastic work. And, you know, that is the end of the halftime show. I can see there's 11 people or so in here. If you are new, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and help me move on to that 300 goal, which I have above me right here. Help me get towards that as soon as possible. That would be absolutely brilliant. We've got a few more minutes before half-time. So, you know, we had our half-time thoughts. I'm just going to have a look at some of the match ratings and stuff like that. But it really has been a bit of a stalemate, hasn't it, Jake?
Yeah, very even. Both not had many opportunities. There's been a few shots from outside the box, but nothing really, been no threats inside the box, nothing really testing the keepers. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how the second half's going to turn out.
Yeah, it definitely will be. It's an interesting one, isn't it? And Curly says, guys only want one thing, and it's Crawley versus Porto Champions League final. That's all anyone wants. That is all anyone wants. But yeah, I don't know. That's all anyone wants. That's all anyone wants, Jake. Don't question it.
Okay.
Jordan says 1,000%. Wait, that's higher than 1,000. That's 100,000%. My bad. I cannot read. But yeah, I do agree. It has very much been a stalemate. Someone just knocked on my door, and now Milo is going to start going crazy again. So hopefully he is. Hopefully he isn't too loud for you guys. But yeah, I agree with you, Jake. It has been a stalemate. There's not been a shot on target at all, which will tell you all you need to know about this game so far. Chelsea have had 3 shots off target, 5 blocked. Shows the defensive capabilities of this Leicester City side. And Milo agrees with me there. And, you know, it's been a good half, but it's almost been a boring half, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think both playing the same formation, well, very similar formations. It's kind of countering each other. So, I don't know. But if Leicester have gone to a back 4, it might change the game up a little bit with when Johnny Evans been taken off.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like the setup at the end of the half did look like more of a 3 at the back with Castagna dropping in that right centre half role, kind of fulfilling what Reece James did. So we'll wait and see. They might end up actually pushing to a 4 at the back when further on in the game if they want to have more players moving forward. What's the plan for future when football is over? I've got loads of videos in the works, Josh, so there'll be plenty on this channel. So if you are new, smash that like button, hit subscribe. There will be plenty to come. Fraser saying #we want Milo. It's going to get trending now, this, isn't it? Milo in. And future videos. Yeah, that's the plan, Josh. We've got plenty to come, and I will be bringing back 2-minute Tuesdays as well, which I know is quite a popular one on my channel. Could get a couple of hundred views on some videos at certain points in time, which is, it's good. It's good going. Jordan says, I feel we are back underway here. I don't know if I said that, but we are back. Oh, damn it. I've just got water on me trackpad and now I can't click on Jordan's. I can't click on Jordan's thing now. Ugh. There we are. I feel like Cambridge United could easily take on Chelsea. I mean, the Chelsea that played against Arsenal the other day, absolutely.
I don't know about that one.
Chelsea weren't great though the other day. Leicester look like they've come out a little bit sharper though in this second half. Just what we were not hoping for, but as a neutral, I think. I think, you want Chelsea and Leicester to both come out of the blocks, wanting to attack, wanting to defend. Sam, what do you think to my knockoff of 2-minute Tuesday, 5-minute Friday? I've not yet seen it, Josh, but of course I like the concept. It's a good idea. I wonder which handsome man you saw that from. But yeah, I will have a look at that when I've got a free minute. My trackpad is doing my head in now because I've got water all over it. Because of my thing. Let me just wipe it. There we are. I can get to your comments now. Kian says, yes, Milo in. The attention is all on Milo when it should be on the football, but I can't blame you. He is very adorable. The ball looking long here. We haven't really seen that from Chelsea, have we, so far, that long ball? Usually almost not a key thing in Chelsea's game, but it is a very prominent theme to the way that Chelsea play, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely with Werner in the team. He's always usually on that receiving end of that long ball.
Yeah, although Werner got him behind there from a mistake from, I believe that was Castagna, and Chelsea have won another corner. How many corners are Chelsea on? Because that is the one thing they definitely are battering Leicester on. It must be corners. Corners. Where is that stat? Corner kicks, 6. There you are. 6 for Chelsea, and only 0 for Leicester. So they've definitely been there. #Milo in. #make Milo manager. He sat staring at me. You can tell I'm talking about football is boring. Milo isn't. Sam, what have you been drinking, handsome man? Oh, okay. I'm guessing Josh disagrees with me. And #we want Milo. Make Milo manager. This is probably the highlight of my YouTube career. Sam, I've made a new channel, by the way. If this is something to do with Milo, I totally respect it. Milo's highlights from tonight's stream. That would be awesome. Here's Castagna, though, looking to go the other way. Rolled it into Mark Albrighton. Albrighton's been very quiet since he's come on. He's not had long on the pitch in terms of actual game time, but he hasn't really done anything. I haven't really noticed him, maybe in the way that, that they were potentially hoping. But Soyuncu drives out here, closely marked by N'Golo Kante. Soyuncu pushed to the floor there by Kante, is he? No, referee says play on. And Ayuzi Perez there goes down off the ball. I think that was maybe a little bit light, wasn't it? Oliver says I'm making a Milo fan channel now. Sam, show us Milo. Okay. So you can hear you talking about him. Hang on. There he is. There we are. He's all chilling out. There you are. That's what you wanted. There's Milo. #make Milo great again. Brilliant. Milo 1, Chelsea 0, Leicester 0. Oh, God. Well, at least someone's keeping us entertained. That's the important thing, isn't it? Alonso's nicked the ball high up the pitch here, though. Oh, it's been defended well again from Wesley Fofana. So impressed with that young man. Really, really doing well. But Albrighton looks for a ball in behind, looking for Jamie Vardy. Oh, well read there by Kepa. Thought that might be a problem there. It was a lovely ball from Albrighton, wasn't it, Jay?
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, Kepa did well to run out there and clear the ball.
Yeah, Mark O'Brien turning into Kevin De Bruyne for a few seconds there. Turning into prime Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, agree with me, Milo. "50 minutes in now, guys. Still 0-0 in this game. Still yet to register that first shot on target, I do believe. We are still yet to register a shot on target. It's maybe not the most quality we've ever seen in a FA Cup final, but there is still plenty of time for both teams to grow into this. There is 40 minutes left of football here left at Wembley, so it should be an exciting one. And that looks like a foul there from Tielemans on Jorginho. Jorginho gone down clutching his leg, but as quickly as he got injured, as quickly as he was back up again as well. Let me just move my thingy there so I'm not as small on my screen. Hashtag Milo Felido. It wouldn't be hard to be better than Boris. If Leicester wins, Sam has to get rid of his beard. Don't think I'm doing that one, Josh. Milo would make a better left wing than Louis Diaz for Porto. Pun the Queen, Milo for Queen of England. Lionel Milo. Boris looks like he's come straight out of a washing machine. He does, actually. He kind of looks like he's been dragged out of the wardrobe backwards. Here's Marcus. Oh, I thought Alonso was going to get through there. That's unfortunate for Marcus Alonso.
Looks like James Maddison's warming up.
Yeah, that's not good. That is not good, James Maddison. Yeah, I can see on my screen right now. It looks like he is just putting his bib on to go warm up. Definitely not what you want to be seeing as a Chelsea fan, is it, Jake?
No, definitely not. I was surprised he didn't start. I don't know, obviously Perez, I don't know, maybe Rodgers prefers Perez at the minute. I don't know.
Yeah, he maybe does. Sorry, I'm laughing at Milo.
He's quite a distraction.
He is coming back again. Don't know where he's going. He's in front of the
tail.
Milo. This is fun. Stay there, Milo. Goodbye. Right, let me angle this down again. Now that you've disrupted me, you silly boy. Here's N'Golo Kante. Spreads the play nicely out to Aspilicueta. I don't know what Jake's owing at. He's clearly a couple of seconds ahead of me. Reece James into Jorginho. Jorginho goes in behind to N'Golo Kante. Kante pulls a ball in, looking for Marcus Alonso. Straight into the hands of Kasper Schmeichel. The first shot on target, though. The first shot on target.
Finally testing Schmeichel.
Milo's got more fans than Manchester City. That is so true, so true. Milo for owner of Apple. These comments are going a Milo minute. Oh,
God, the comments are on form today.
I know. I don't know if that's on form now. Oh my God, let's go, shot on Tyler. Instead of screaming Aguero, scream Milo. Yeah. Bun Steve Jobs. Hashtag Milo for owner of Apple. There we are. There we are. We've got... What? How many minutes of football have we got left here? We have got 35 minutes of football. Plenty of football to still play at Wembley Stadium. I apologise if you can hear some background noise. There's a lot of chatter outside my room. I don't know if you can, Jake.
Yeah, I can hear it, but it's not too loud.
It's not too loud. That's the important thing. If Leicester wins, Sam has to get a Northern Ireland top with Johnny Evans on the back. No, I'm all right, thanks. Why do I have to forfeit? I've not done anything. Give Milo an MBE and a knighthood. Exactly, that's what we need. Exactly. Oh, I feel bad now. He's gone and sat by himself. Jake, what subs would you like to see for Chelsea? I think Chelsea needs something because it's been flat, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've just been thinking about this, and I think Ziyech, maybe Pulisic or Hudson-Odoi. And then I think Ziyech and Werner off, Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic on.
Yeah, I think I would go with Pulisic over Hudson-Odoi, just because I think Hudson-Odoi has a bit more. Pulisic has a bit more about him instead, but Yeah, there we are. Thor Groot is back in the chat. Oh, he's changed his name back even better as well. We actually know who he is. Milo Arteta, thoughts on Chelsea's new home kit? We have spoken about that a couple of times, Josh, so I won't keep repeating myself for those who have been in the whole time. We said it was nice, didn't we, Jake? Iheanacho seems quite lethargic. Not that I know anything. He doesn't seem at his best, does he, today, Iheanacho? I mean, I could quite quickly be proven wrong right now, but he very much doesn't look quite at the races. But you can say the same about Vardy. They've not had the opportunities, have they?
No, that's. I don't know what it is. I don't know if that midfield's just struggling to get balls into them, like into the right places.
It does look like it. Milo's nudging me because he wants some fuss. But yeah, it definitely does look a little bit lethargic going forward. The midfield not really getting any balls going forward, which is maybe why the introduction of James Maddison will happen in a couple of minutes. That is, maybe that's why he's looking at that as a substitution, because Leicester, if they want to win this, they do need a little bit more from the game. And they need to create more because, both teams need to create more because we've not, like we said, that first shot on target, it wasn't exactly a worldie of a shot on target, was it? It was a header from 6 yards out from Marcus Alonso. Milo has a bigger fan base than Chelsea before 2004. You wish, Oliver. I'll be back, says Kian. No worries, Kian. Look what we have made. We want Milo in. Joe, you're the football oracle. I only watch Sam because you don't have a channel. Exactly. That's you flatter me. Exactly. We all want the Joseph Shipley football channel. That's what we want. That is what we want. A very good observation, Curly. Max wants pens. I don't want pens, Max. I can't deal with pens. I cannot deal with pens. I'm telling you now.
No, I hate pens.
Yeah, I do as well. I really do hate penalties. Leicester look like they're growing into the game a little bit more now. And Chelsea, Leicester both need to make some subs. But maybe Leicester are looking a little bit short on the subs front because of the fact that they've brought on Mark Albrighton, haven't they? That might make it a little bit, the depth of the squad isn't great for them, is it?
Yeah, it's not great, but I think the subs they do have can definitely make an impact. Obviously, like Maddison and I can't even think who else is on the bench.
Basically, just Maddison. That's all people need to know. I'm going to try and mute my mic when Jake's talking, just because I feel like my housemates are being a little bit noisy, and then you don't get too much background noise when other things are going on. And obviously, my mic is that good; it can pick up everyone. So. I don't know what Milo's doing now. I'll start a YouTube channel when Huddersfield Town make it to an FA Cup final. Might be quicker than you know. Hull City made it to an FA Cup final.
Yeah.
And went 2-0 up in it as well, didn't they? That was some final, that.
Against Arsenal.
Yeah, that was some final, that.
No, that was good.
I was hoping for a classic like that, but I don't think we're going to quite get that at the minute. Personally, I think it's going to be a late winner. I think it will be a late winner for either side that will swing it. We all know what penalty shootout did last time when Kepa was. Yeah, to be fair, I feel like if this game goes to extra time, it definitely is Chelsea's game. Yeah, totally agree with that, Jordan. I think we've got too much. I think the squad depth will get to us. But Leicester, like their starting team, is not maybe as good, but he's definitely up there with I'd probably say it's the sixth best in the league, fifth best in the league at the minute. They're starting 11, so they've got a lot of talent, and it's a big occasion. And on big occasions, you get players step up, and that is the one thing as well for Leicester that they might need. Hashtag ban hand clappers. Oh, Huddersfield have loads of them, and there should be a crime. They should just get your fans to actually clap like normal human beings. But they've got them again at Wembley today, so I don't understand the point in them. Just clap like a normal person does. Mark Albrighton shimmies, makes a bit of room there, and it is a corner for Leicester. 60 minutes in, subs will be coming on soon. Need a Chelsea goal. Wait, what does Rudiger have on his face? Curly, you missed it earlier. He's just Batman. That's what it is. He's just Batman. He is just Batman. That's why he's got it on his face. Tielemans over the corner though for Leicester City. Jake making some funny noises there, trying not to give too much away. Here is Tielemans.
Fair, it was nothing.
Aspilicueta gets it down the line to Kante. Kante looking further forward for Werner. I've not been impressed with Werner so far this game. Doesn't really have the... He's not been the same, has he, today?
No, like as I said before the game, I thought he'd be a player to watch, but he's been the exact opposite of that, really. And played, he's just, like skying the ball over the net, or he's giving the ball away. Nothing, you can't really give him any credit so far.
Yeah, you definitely can't at the minute. I apologise for the background noise on the stream. That's why I was muting myself in order so you can just hear Jake speaking. But unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm not the only one who lives in this house. So there we are. We are 61 minutes in now. The subs hopefully will be coming because something needs to change for both sides here. I don't know how many times I've said that, but something needs to change. Yes, Milo, something needs to change.
He agrees.
He definitely does agree. I think he stood up. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, he was just stood up on the mirror at the back there. 2 shots on target. Yes, Milo. Yes. Oh. Oh my God, this is getting a little bit tedious now because it's all midfield play. That's the problem. It's making it a little bit tedious. Kante goes out wide to Aspilicueta. Poor ball in from Aspilicueta. Not the right ball needed.
Straight into the keeper's hands. That was awful.
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah. Oh, don't fall off the chair, Milo. It was a poor ball there. I think he got caught in 2 minds. I think he thought Werner was going to make that run in behind, and I think he didn't know whether to play it to Mason Mount or not. So I think he was a little bit caught in 2 minds there, Aspilicueta. But it's one of them. We'll have to hopefully hope for more better crosses in this game.
Yeah.
But here is Timothy Castagno looking down the line there. Well defended there by Thiago Silva into Jorginho. Here is Reece James. Good block. Luke Thomas going the other way. Here is Youri Tielemans strike. What a goal! Oh my God! What a goal that is from Youri Tielemans. Oh my God! Fair play to him.
Yeah,
You just hold your hands up and say fair play. Oh my, what a strike. I don't know what Chelsea are looking at the referee for here, but what a strike that is.
They were literally saying earlier how much of a good foot he has on him from scoring outside the box.
Exactly. Chelsea appealing for a handball, I think, from Ayoze Perez. And that's the one moment of magic we maybe needed in this game. Both teams needed to actually get the game going a little bit more. And wow, what a strike that is. Fair play to him. Milo doesn't use hand clappers now. He's just meowing out the window because Charlie stood out there. What a goal. Oh my God, what a goal. What a goal. Exactly. So much going on. And what a strike that is. No VAR, says June. It has been confirmed. And what a finish that is. Like, fair play to him. Like, you can't complain at goals like that, can you, Jake?
Oh no, you can't keep them out. Yeah. Hopefully that is encouraging Chelsea to play a bit better, be a bit more better with their decision making, and like in that final third.
Yeah, and they've got to now. They've got to get a goal, and so we will see a more attacking Chelsea side. Thomas Tuchel needs to come out with something. He needs to come up with the answer and how he can, get this team to really start playing, doesn't he? I can see Christian Pulisic about to come on there. What do you think to that, Christian Pulisic coming on?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely needed. I think obviously fresh legs. He scored a few important goals lately. like against Real Madrid and that. So I'll probably take Ziyech off. I've not really seen too much from him today. So yeah, I think Pulisic for Ziyech, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think he had a good game against Manchester City. Well, both times he's played Manchester City, but he's just not been at his best today. And Milo's coming back over again. He might. I don't know what he's doing. He's stood right behind the camera, but he's on his way over to say hi to us all. Hello. What do you want? What do you want? Silly boy. Come on, up the way. Who's knocking my microphone? I apologise for that. Now I need to screw the bottom of my microphone back on. He's catching his breath. Banner says 0-0. Yeah, good point, Fraser. Good Fraser. Yeah, I'm deciding that it doesn't count the Leicester City goal. We only update it when it's Chelsea goals. But it is 1-0. Fraser, thank you for reminding me. And what a strike it was as well from Youri Tielemans. Oh my God, what a strike that is from Youri Tielemans. To break the deadlock as well, must have been Leicester's first shot on target in the whole game. And it's an absolute pearler of a goal as well. So, I mean, you can't really have many complaints, can you?
No, I think with the way Chelsea are defending, I think that was the only way they were going to get a goal.
Yeah. There we are. All sorted for you, Fraser. There you are. Milo would have updated the banner by now. Well, he wasn't because he was meowing out the window at the birds. So he wasn't paying attention. I've just seen that goal again. What a strike. Like, Kepa can't do anything there, can he? Madison's come on according to Max, so that's not good for Chelsea, is it? I thought they were going to make him more defensive, but maybe they're going to go for a... He's come on for Iheanacho, so maybe that is a little bit more defensive, you could argue.
Chilwell and Pulisic have just come on for Chelsea.
Chilwell and Pulisic. And Ziyech has come off, like you predicted, Jake.
Yeah.
And the next one is Marcus Alonso. Maybe, I think it might, especially when we're down a goal, maybe a little bit strange that Marcus Alonso's coming off. But he's been a bit quiet, hasn't he, Marcus Alonso, today? So that does make sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think Chilwell's got a bit more pace. They're both good at attacking, to be fair. They can both get goals, both get assists. So I think, I don't know, I felt like Chilwell should have started. But it's good to see he's playing and he's on.
Yeah, I think having Alonso coming on, I tried to mute my mic there and ended up pressing the settings button. I think Alonso coming on later on is a good thing because he's good at free kicks, he's good at penalties and stuff like that. Wait, did Kante get subbed off? No, Kante's still on the pitch, Curly.
You don't be subbing Kante off. Yeah,
boos for Chilwell. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me. But Kante also left, didn't he? So... if you're gonna boo them, boo both of them because they've both done the same thing. They both want to try and win more stuff. They try, that's why they move to bigger clubs. I'm still not sure a big club really exists in that phrase, but that's why people move to these so-called bigger clubs because they want to be able to win stuff. And booing to me just isn't, fair enough. He's been at your club for ages, but also he's been at your club ages and he's served you well for how many years. So have some decency, But Chelsea now look like they're on the front foot. Leicester really sitting back, letting Chelsea just play around outside, sort of 30 yards away. Chelsea can't create any runs, can't create anything. Christian Pulisic, though, did look bright. He sort of went by a few people a couple of seconds ago. Can Chelsea score? That is the question. Oh my God, what a goal that was! I just can't get my head around that from Tielemans. What a strike!
I was a bit heady. I was trying to keep a bit quiet. I didn't want to swallow anything.
Yeah, but when it's a goal like that, oh my God, what a strike! Pulisic rolls it into Reece James, into Thiago Silva. Like, that's the thing. It's with this Chelsea team, it's going to have to be a worldie. You said it earlier. It was the only way they were going to score, and my God, was it a worldie. It's just, I don't see anyone in this Chelsea team scoring a worldie like that. But we'll see. Apparently David Luiz has left Arsenal. Yeah. Gary Lineker will be loving life. He most certainly will be.
Bring him back to Chelsea.
Don't bring him back to Chelsea. No one wants him at Chelsea.
I do.
Mount in the box, putting on pressure, but Soyuncu's managed to steer it back to, or inadvertently steer it back to Kasper Schmeichel. Oh, come on, we've got 20 minutes now. We've got to be more positive than this. It has not been very positive in this game. And to be honest with you, the performance on Wednesday, it doesn't surprise me Leicester are ahead. We said it last week in the game against Manchester City. Josh Ring was asked me, Chelsea are a very inconsistent side in terms of being able to score goals. They don't seem to be able to be consistently firing. And it looks like, again today, not being able to hit the target will come back to bite them on the backside. We have still got 20 minutes, but this is how it always feels in football, and I'm pretty certain every single football fan will agree with me here. But when you're one goal up, it feels like at any point the other team could score. But when you're 1-0 down, it never feels like you're going to score. It never feels like it. You always feel like you're just going to end up playing the game out, and especially in a game like this where Chelsea have been not appalling in front of goal, but they haven't been great. But Azpilicueta now has the ball out wide. Werner looking to burst through the centre. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw Giroud come on for maybe like an Azpilicueta or someone and go to more of a 4 at the back and try and get a couple of extra bodies further up the pitch. Another corner for Chelsea, though, won by Christian Pulisic. Come on, Chelsea.
I feel like Chelsea haven't reacted well to the goal. I feel like they could have picked up the pace a little bit, but it just seems to have been a bit slow on the ball. It's not really how you expect them to react after going 1-0 down.
Oh, no, definitely not. In an FA Cup final as well, with fans in the crowd, it's not like they've got an excuse. It's not like they can say that fans aren't in the crowd. There's no impact that way. They're still there. There are fans there, and these fans will be getting behind them and will be getting on their back, because Chelsea very much for the first 50 minutes of the game were dominating the game. I think they had 70% possession. But possession doesn't win you games. But Azpilicueta, is that another corner? It is. Oh. And Oliver is back with We Want Milo. He's having a nap. Leave him now. Jorginho now. Oh, come on. I look completely over with this team, and Maddison's gone down. I'm not sure how much contact was on James Maddison there from Cesar Azpilicueta. We'll have to see on the replay. Looked like a bit of a... he's caught the top of his foot. Not sure he needed to sort of flail himself around on the floor like that, but that came from a mistake from Reece James as well, that Tielemans goal. And what a strike it is, though. Right into that top corner.
Yeah, just watching the replay, that is inch perfect.
Yeah. It really is inch perfect, and you can see the reaction there of James Maddison and Johnny Evans. It shows how much it means to them. Not quite as good as the reaction of Kurt Zouma when Nemanja Matic absolutely smacks one in. Curly says, BRB, ordering a Chinese. Give Milo a stroke for us, please. Okay, I will do. He's down here, so... He's down here. So there we are. He's just chilling on the other chair. He's taken Charlie and Ollie's chair. There we are.
Oh, Havertz is coming on.
Yeah, Max has just said Havertz coming on. Wonder who it will be for. Looked like a collision of heads there between Azpilicueta and Luke Thomas, I believe that is. I can't quite see. Havertz coming on. We'll find out who it'll be for. Probably Werner. I can't see them taking off. It'll either be Werner or Reece James, because I can't see him taking off Jorginho or Kante, and I can't see him taking off Mount or Pulisic. So it'll be Werner or Reece James, depending on how they go.
You're thinking maybe James and then get more attacking players on the pitch.
Yeah,
definitely not Mount.
Yeah, Mount's
Jorginho's coming off.
So then maybe Mount will go into that midfield. Yeah, that could work as well. Mount goes in alongside, or even Havertz could go in alongside Kante, and Hudson-Odoi is also coming on as well. So lots of changes according to the comments. Hudson-Odoi on as well.
Aspilicueta off.
Definitely aggressive, a very aggressive way to play. Hudson-Odoi has played in that right wing back role. We'll have to see how he fares. I mean, he has been good, hasn't he, at the right wing back when he has played. But, I thought he was going to staple a position in this team, didn't you?
Yeah, when Tuchel first came in, he was quite set on Hudson-Odoi being the right wing back, and I thought it was a bit bizarre at first, but he actually suited that role. He played very good, and then he just kind of stopped playing him. He barely played in that position now. It's kind of weird, even though he did impress playing in that wing back position.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I agree with you absolutely there, Jake. He offered something different as well because he could get forward. But then the problem was we had Alonso on that left-hand side, and then you become unbalanced and stuff like that. And I think against the top players, he would have been exploited, especially if he came up against like a Sadio Mane or someone like that. I think he'd get exploited on that right wing-back role. But, Chelsea have to throw everything at this game now. They have to. He has come on for Aspilicueta. They've got to do something, and the first thing he does is give the ball to Ndidi. But Tuchel has to do something. Chelsea have to do something. I'm surprised we haven't seen Giroud, if I'm brutally honest with you. 15 minutes left, as Max says, and I'm surprised we haven't seen Giroud.
Yeah, you think he'd come on. He's obviously a big threat in the box. But we just have so many attacking options. It's hard to decide who to bring on.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is. And Chelsea are one of them teams as well who like to commit men forward and stay defensively compact. And to be fair, Mason Mount doesn't look like he's slotted in alongside Kante at this current moment in time. I'm sure he will do in a short while. But maybe Tuchel's got his tactics wrong again. Pulisic out wide right here. Looking to square up against James Maddison, rolls it back to Kante. Kante looks to put it in, fakes, rolls it in that time. Havertz is underneath it. So is Chilwell. Good save there from Kasper Schmeichel. A very good save down to his right-hand side.
Yeah, I can't tell whether that hit the post or whether he saved it, but I think he's...
Yeah, I think it's a very good... Oh, no, it does. I don't know. That would have been interesting if it was Chilwell. It would have been interesting. If you are new, guys, there's 11 people in here. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will keep you up to date with everything going on in this game. Another corner coming in. Well defended there by Leicester City. I genuinely don't see a Chelsea goal in this game right now. I just don't see it. I really don't.
It's not looking promising.
And Keane is back as well. So even better, we've got Keane back. Brilliant. But there we are. And Jake is just popping off again for a short while. So it will just be me for a little bit. Hopefully people aren't being too noisy and Milo's come back to sleep. So we don't have any problems there. Ball out wide here to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Looks to try and get past Luke James, but in doing so has given away a foul. Not the greatest start. We want Milo, says Oliver again. He's fast asleep, Oliver. He's fast asleep. Put Chowdhury's afro in goal. He'd probably do better than Kepa, just his afro. Chelsea need to do something. Like I can't express that. They need to be more positive going forward. We've got 12 minutes left, and if Chelsea want to, if they're going to try and bag, they are going to have to do more than this. More than what they are currently doing, because Leicester have got their worldy goal. It's great for them, but Chelsea need something themselves. They need someone to step up on a big occasion. Tielemans has done that for Leicester City. Ball rolled back to Kepa. I thought Vardy was going to close him down and out of play, but he has managed to win a throw-in at the halfway line because of a poor kick from Kepa. So I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if Chelsea will score in this game. I really don't think they will. They haven't been threatening enough for me. But Chilwell looked to play that over to the top, but it's well defended by Kalangulu, or whatever his name is. Soyuncu, that's who it is. Not Kalangulu. He plays for Atletico Madrid, AC Milan. Rudiger, though, now rolls the ball over to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva taking his time. Chelsea need to be more aggressive if they want a goal. I keep saying that, but I can't overstate how much they need to start committing men forward. Soyuncu looks like checking Felix. Maybe he does. 10 minutes left, says Kian. I know. I'm more than aware, Kian. I am more than aware, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm not looking at the comments if there are any spoilers or anything like that. Chilwell into Rudiger. Chelsea need to go forward. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. Clearly they can't hear me in Wembley, but they need to be more positive going forward. They do. It's disappointing as a Chelsea fan to watch, and it's just slow at the minute. But that's a nice little ball looking in behind for Mason Mount, and it's blocked again by Soyuncu. Soyuncu's been an absolute rock so far in this game. And we did have Jake back, and I accidentally kicked him off. There we are. We've got him back.
Get another drink.
Got himself another drink whilst he's been there. It might be a drink to drown the sorrows by the looks of things. Might be a drink to drown the sorrows. Sam's pooing himself. I most certainly am. And finally, Olivier Giroud comes on for Timo Werner. There it is. Giroud's on. It's all overnight. 3-1 incoming, says Curly. What? I think that should have come out earlier, don't you think, Jake?
What's that? Sorry.
The substitution of Giroud for Werner.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 9 minutes to play now. I think 10 minutes earlier, I think it would have been a bit better, but obviously can't change anything now. I think, I don't know. I'm just not getting very hopeful at the minute. It's just,
I know, that's the same with me.
I can just see
not a very hopeful one.
Yeah, just see it ending at 1-0.
I can, and they brought on Wes Morgan as well now, and maybe that is to counteract that Giroud threat, because Morgan himself isn't the quickest, but he's strong. He's strong, and he can cause problems for Giroud, and I think he'll try and keep Giroud in his pocket, but Giroud has gone on to Fofana with Mount in that middle bit. Why is Rudiger shooting from there?
I know, just what is the point when you're 1-0 down? You don't want to be doing that.
It's just a waste of possession. Now we've got to spend 30 seconds for no reason. We want Milos and now Sam. Oh, sorry. Like my account, yes. Seems to be all Chelsea now. It does, Curly, but they're not doing anything with it. It's all well and good them having the possession, and they've had it all game. But if you don't do anything with it, then there's no point in having the possession. You might as well just sit back and let someone pass the ball around in front of you, because you're going to score the same amount of goals. So it's passes inside the final third there. 118 for Chelsea, 27 for Leicester. That tells the story. Chelsea are getting the passes in, but they're just passing. They need to be more direct if they're wanting to do this. And that substitution of Olivier Giroud might just give them that more direct option, because Werner looks to go in behind Milo Matters. Here's Havertz, though. Maybe a big performance. It could be a moment to prove himself for Kai Havertz in this game. 15 people in the stream. If you are new, smash that like button, hit subscribe, all that good stuff, and send some positive energy to Wembley to see if Chelsea can get themselves a goal in the dying 6 minutes of the game. Chelsea have been good since the goal, but can't get the final touch. I mean, it took them a while to get going after the goal, didn't it? It took them about 5 minutes to get going, but now they do look a little bit better. But like you say, Max, definitely can't get that final touch. Oh, look at that guy's beard. I'm assuming that's about Giroud. I am assuming that because I just looked at him and went, wow, that is some beard. But oh no, it's the guy in the crowd. There we are with a massive, huge ginger beard. And Kira is in the chat as well for you, Jake. There you are. Kira's saying hi.
Nice.
5 minutes left and a corner to Leicester, according to Max. So it's really going down to the wire, isn't it, Jake?
Yeah, I feel like Chelsea are going to really push now, but 5 minutes isn't a lot of time, but obviously anything can happen now. So we're just obviously going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, we most certainly are. We're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to see who's going to score the goals for Chelsea as well, because we don't have many goals in us, do we, Chelsea?
No, that's the sad thing about this team. We need Didier Drogba. That's what we need. Someone like him.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we need someone who's going to commit fully to the team and like give everything, because Drogba was so good from corners as well defensively. I don't know what to make of this Chelsea performance. I'm not optimistic. I think Chelsea have lost this game. That's just me being me. That is just the way I see it. I don't think Chelsea have done enough today to win the game.
I'm going to stick with my prediction 1-1 extra time and Hudson-Odoi getting the win.
But, I mean, it can happen. It can happen. I mean, I'm hoping for your thing, but I just can't see it. I really cannot see it. I keep having to mute my mic just in case anyone's wondering, just because there are a few loud noises going on from in the living room. But Pulisic,
in a bit of pie.
Yeah, well, it was Charlie's birthday, so we've got a couple of friends over. But just being quite noisy. As you can tell, I'm sure you can tell. Even Milo's being quiet now. He realises it's getting tense. We'll see what Jake's reacting to here with Hudson-Odoi going down the line. Lovely bit of trickery there. Reece James, is he going to put one in? Puts one in towards Giroud. Falls to... Oh, what a save that is from... I can't remember his name. Kasper Schmeichel. I was going to say Peter Schmeichel, but what a save that is. Mason Mount on his left foot is... Honestly, I don't think he can hit that better, can he?
No, honestly, he hit that with some power, and it just... Schmeichel's done well to get down there and save that. That is unbelievable keeping.
Yeah, it really is. It's a great save. And, he dropped the ball again in the box there, didn't he? So, very close. Let's just have a look through the comments. Oh, my God, what a save. Is Johnny Evans still injured? He's been taken off, currently. Just arriving into Leeds, so I'll leave the comment section in peace. Enjoy the rest of the game. Hashtag Milo the Great. Hashtag we want Milo. Miss you already, Jordan. Thank you for stopping by, Jordan. I appreciate it. And hopefully now you've gone, we'll get some luck as well. That's what I'm hoping for. In these dying 3 minutes, a bit of gamesmanship here from Leicester City, taking the time. But, they've got themselves into the position to take the time. And if we do score, I'm going to jump up and celebrate, and Milo's going to have a shock of his life. Because he won't be expecting. Yeah. I haven't got a Chelsea kit on for him, so we'll have to make do. We'll have to believe that he's a Chelsea fan. We don't know. Who knows? Final 2 minutes. Jake, I guess I'm going to have to push you for a man of the match currently, because, anything can happen in the final 2 minutes of an FA Cup final. But it looks like it's going to be heartbreak for Chelsea once again, 2 years in a row. Could help us for the Champions League final, though, because they won't want this to happen again twice in 1 year. But who would you go with for your man of the match for today? It doesn't have to be Chelsea, by the way.
Oh, yes! Come on!
Oh, my God!
Who scored?
Reece James. What? Who scored?
I think it's Chilwell or Giroud. I really didn't see.
Over the top. It is Chilwell, and it's hit Chilwell and gone in. It's a long goal. We're going to have to make sure for VAR, because that might have hit him on the arm when it goes in. Yeah. But, oh my God, the curse of the commentator. Come on! It is 1-1. And it's Ben Chilwell.
Possible offside there as well.
Possible offside. Oh, no. We know what VAR is going to do to us. Right, Jay, who's your man of the match?
A bit distracted there.
Yeah, he's offside. There we are. That's not counting. He is offside. Yeah, offside. So, who would be your man of the match, Jake?
I really don't know. I think it's a really tough one to call. No one's really stood out, especially in that Chelsea side. But
yeah,
I'd say, does it have to be a Chelsea player or just?
No, it can be any team.
Well, I think Reece James has had a good game. Slotting into that centre back position and swapping with Aspilicueta. I think that's actually worked well for us. Obviously, I know we're losing, but it's nothing to do with our defensive formation. It's just a wonderful goal by Tielemans.
I thought it stood there because I just heard a load of cheers and it said 1-1 in the top left, and I was like, what on earth? That was so weird. That was proper strange. But yeah, I think I agree. But I think the only thing for Reece James that lets lets me down from choosing him is the fact he gave the ball away, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, he was the one who gave the ball away for the goal. So I think personally, I would have to go with Soyuncu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he would be my player. Just because I think he's been so rock solid defensively for Chelsea. I don't know how much added time for Leicester. Yeah, sorry. He's been rock solid for Chelsea as well. Chelsea couldn't get through him. 5 minutes of added time though, plenty of time for Chelsea to get a stinky goal like they nearly did there. Hashtag we want Milo again. You'll get him at the end of the game. I'm too concentrating on the football. Rhys James just pushes over Jamie Vardy there. I mean, Jamie Vardy did fall over like a sack of potatoes, but I don't think Rhys James needed to do it in the first place. We've got a Milo fan account coming in. Milo, mate, you are the most popular one here. You're going to end up with loads of subscribers, you are. Milo hits 1,000 subscribers before I do. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Sounds like they're cheering about the game.
They're not. They're definitely not.
Oh no.
Phoebe and Yaz spent ages designing a little beer pong table for us all.
Nice.
So, and like painting it and stuff like that. So, hopefully, oh my God, I just want Chelsea to score. Yeah, but yeah, I'm going to go with Soyuncu for my man of the match. And Jake, who was yours again? Remind me.
Oh, for a Chelsea player, I was going to say James, but then I'd say Tielemans. For a Leicester side, I think he's been good.
Yeah.
And obviously got the goal.
Yeah, I'd agree. You know, he's got an absolute worldie as well, hasn't he? So
yeah,
and that doesn't happen often, does it? In an FA Cup final for someone to score such a monumental goal. It's almost Stevie GS that as well. The distance out. Hopefully
fans are looking nervous now.
Yeah, I bet they are. But to be honest with you, I don't think they need to be, because Chelsea are showing no real signs of getting forward, and it's just not been overly great, if I'm honest with you. It's just been sort of average from Chelsea, and that's the best way we can put it. I love that when it goes to I love that when it goes to extra time, everyone that goals they should have been shot. Exactly, yeah. Everyone who's a goal looks like they should be shot. And looks like they should be shot. Look like they have been shot when they go down. Yeah, it's just time wasting, isn't it? It's gamesmanship. You know what it's all about, and it's just difficult when you're in this position. It's the same as last year. Leicester fans are crying with happiness. I can't remember the last time they've ever won anything. The Milo fan account is Kian, brilliant Kian. Well, I can't remember the last time Leicester won anything. Yeah, it must have been a long time before the Premier League, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So, Jamie Vardy, what a touch that was. Put that out of the sky. Jamie Vardy will no doubt take it to the corner. He's managed to win himself a corner there, and Jamie Vardy's swaggering about as if he's been the best player throughout the whole game, when in reality, Jamie Vardy has done absolutely nothing today. And it should be Youri Tielemans walking around with that swagger, if anyone. But we've got a minute and a half left on my screen, probably a minute 20 left on Jake's screen, and it doesn't look very optimistic. And so Leicester City FA Cup winners. That's all I can say.
Yeah, they've outplayed us. It's been a very even game. They've just scored the worldie. There's nothing really you can do about it.
No, there isn't, to be honest with you. All the Leicester fans are crying. I really wish they were crying. I really wish it was because we were winning that they were crying, rather than the other way around. What did you just look up at then?
I think a bird flew past the window and I was just thinking,
he just went... Maddison looks like it.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Hudson Odoi. I thought Maddison was going to take that to the corner. Didn't do very well there to take it to the corner. Dying seconds now. That looked like a heavy tackle there on Rhys James by Jamie Vardy. A little bit of beef going on between them two in the last 5 minutes or so, but too little too late. Should have got in his head earlier. Lovely little run there from N'Golo Kante. Chilwell out wide. Looks to whip it in. Well won by Wes Morgan. to counteract that Giroud threat. You said that was going to be a possibility. Is that full time, Jake?
Yeah.
It most certainly is full time.
All over.
And that means Leicester City have won the FA Cup final thanks to what a worldie it was. Honestly, what a worldie it was. I think Leicester got their tactic right today. I don't think Chelsea got their tactics wrong overly. I don't think they had the greatest of tactics, but I think Leicester got it right and they made the most of their opportunity, singular opportunity. And against a worldie goal like that, you can't really expect too much. You can't do much about it, can you?
No, not all really. We just, in that final third, we just weren't good enough, basically.
Yeah, it's been a difficult game for Chelsea today. It's been flat, it's been lethargic, it's been slow, and it's not been the Chelsea we've seen in recent weeks. And hopefully, this will be a kick up the backside for the Champions League final. That's all I can say about that. Is hopefully they will have learned the lesson. Tuchel now has lost, 2 consecutive finals with the Champions League final for PSG last year, the FA Cup final this year. Chelsea have also lost 2 consecutive ones. Neither will want that to go to 3 because otherwise it will turn into Spurs.
Yeah, it's Vardy's crying. It's quite emotional. I'm happy for them. They do deserve it. It's just obviously gutted for the Chelsea players.
Yeah, and Vardy's now pretty much won the 2 big ones in English football, hasn't he? And he'll be in the Champions League next year. He'll get a crack at that again, which will be nice for Jamie Vardy. And don't get me wrong, they did deserve it, but it's disappointing. Giroud's upset. It's disappointing for Chelsea because they've come so far and they've done so well, but in this game they just weren't up to it, were they?
No, it's just. I think Tuchel needs to sort out his tactics a bit. I feel like Ziyech shouldn't have started and Havertz or Pulisic should have started instead. And then I think the other bad decision was starting Alonso on the left. I think Chilwell would have been more suited to that Leicester side.
I partly wonder if maybe Thomas Tuchel has had his tactics sussed out a little bit. I do wonder that because, even the game against Man City could have gone 2-0 up if Aguero wasn't an idiot. The game against Arsenal, we were well and truly sussed out. Arsenal literally had one shot on target themselves. Leicester here today have only had 1 shot on target. Good to see the fans back in though, celebrating. Nice to see that. We haven't seen that in such a long time.
It's good to watch them going up to the fans now. It's obviously been over a year now since we've had fans. It's nice to see that.
It's one for the fans, and I think the thing is everyone likes Leicester City. I think they found a way into everyone's hearts through that title challenge a couple of seasons ago. And they've stayed there, and we maybe thought they were going to have dropped off a cliff, but they've managed to regain something from that, and they've deserved it today. They've beaten Man United, they've beaten a good Southampton side on their day, and they've beaten Chelsea to win. And part of me wonders, it probably would have been a different story maybe if Man City were in the final, but Chelsea beat Manchester City, and that shows that maybe Manchester City aren't the strongest team either. They've got their flaws, and Chelsea have been found out with their flaws as well. And it's a disappointing one. It's a hard one to take for Chelsea fans because, like I say, we've come so far. And I do agree. I think maybe Tuchel got his tactics wrong. I wouldn't have started Marcus Alonso. Yeah. I really wouldn't have. For me, it was just a poor decision from the off, really. You might, if you're going to play your strongest team, it's an FA Cup final. Yeah. Play your strongest team. Don't faff about with rotation because we've got Leicester at the weekend in the league. I don't care. We have to now go and win that game at the weekend. If we'd have won this, a Tuesday. If we'd have won this, we'd have been like, oh well, we've won the FA Cup. We don't have to go and win that to feel happy. But now we have to win that because we can't let Leicester City walk all over us. We cannot let them.
No.
We cannot let them do that. And it's so frustrating as a Chelsea fan when you've come this far and the 2 games in a row where we have struggled, and it happens to be in the build-up to an FA Cup final.
Yeah, I think we've got to give a lot of credit to Brendan Rodgers. I think he's done an amazing job at Leicester. Like, I think them starting with that 3 at the back, it's really countered Chelsea's style of play. So yeah, I just hope that on Tuesday we sort ourselves out and obviously do our best to win, because Liverpool are creeping up on us. We can't afford to lose any more points at this stage. We're only 2 games to go.
Exactly. And I think, Leicester might drop out of the top 4, but is it a bad season if they won the FA Cup? Not particularly. They won't want to drop out of the top 4. They have got us again. They've got Spurs, I believe, as well. So they have got 2 hard games coming into these final few games. But it's a great moment for Leicester City as a club. They've come a long way, and fair play to them. On the day, they deserve to win, and that's all I can say. I think I'm going to conclude it here. If it was Chelsea winning the FA Cup, would have probably stayed for the trophy lift. But I've got people in the house as well. I need to go show my face as well. And Milo's now fast asleep as well. So you guys only wanted Milo on the screen anyway. But that'll conclude today's stream. Thank you guys for stopping by. If you haven't already, smash that like button, hit subscribe, whatever it may be. It's been a tough game for Chelsea. It's been tough to face, and it's been very difficult. And Chelsea should have made more of it. Thomas Tuchel has got his tactics wrong today, but we will leave you on that. Oliver wants Milo, so for one last time, I'll move my camera so you can see Milo. There he is. He's fast asleep, fast on kipping, so I won't wake him up before I go. But I must say thank you to you guys for making such an enjoyable stream. Thank you, Jake, again for coming on.
All right,
I'm sure we'll have you on in the near future. Again, especially Champions League final around the corner. Hopefully, a better result that time. Like I said, if you are new, smash that like button, hit subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you probably on Tuesday night. Yeah, definitely Tuesday night. But keep an eye out for everything else on the channel. Keep an eye out. I'll see you on Tuesday night for, Chelsea versus Leicester again. Cheers.